big one, dude.
Big one. How about that one? Flappin Hog, boys. Yes, that is awesome. It's a giant. Hey guys, Fletcher Shryock here, Bassmaster Elite Series Pro. Come out here to Lake Sam Rayburn with Yamamoto. Today's a perfect example of how you can never tell the fish what to do. You have to listen to what the fish are telling you, listen to what the conditions are calling for. Yes. Flappin Hog strikes again. Yes. There's another 5-pounder, you know. Just fishing what the conditions are telling us to fish. Not only that is my strength, but really just listening to what, you know, the water and what the fish are telling you to do, obviously. So I like flapping hogs. You know, we get here, it's high water, and I'm trying to make these other baits work, but the conditions have just forced us shallow, forced us up against this buckbrush, up against this heavy cover. Sometimes just got to get the flapping hog in the jungle, catch fish like that. Obviously, you got to have a strong hook to pull those fish out of the heavy cover. I like to use a Trocar TK 130 flipping hook. This hook is extremely stout. It's made for flipping and pitching. Next up, I like to use a tungsten weight. I like to use anywhere between a 1/4 ounce to a 1.5 ounce tungsten weight. Usually I'm anywhere between the 1/4 to 3/4 ounce. Today I chose a 3/4 ounce weight to get in and out of those thicker and heavier bushes. But I want to show you guys one thing that's very important with this whole setup, and the thing that really holds it together is this one little piece right here. What this is a bobber stop or a peg. What it does is it holds this bait together. It keeps the hook, the bait, and the weight all compacted together. So when it's going in and out of the cover, it can't separate. If you was to take this thing out of the equation and I was to flip this bait into heavy cover without the bobber stop or the peg, the sinker is going to separate from the flapping hog and the hook, and it's going to make it nearly impossible for this bait to reach the bottom. So this bobber stop is very, very important on getting that bait in and out of the cover. The line that I typically use 40 to 50 pound spider wire smooth braided line. This stuff is super strong. You can pull your truck out of the ditch with this stuff. It's really sensitive. I'm able to feel every single bite that I get and quickly be able to set the hook to get those fish out of that heavy cover. Obviously, whenever you're fishing the heavy stuff, you're going to need a heavy rod. You know, I use a longer 7/6 Abu Garcia flipping sticks. It's a 7/6 heavy Villain 2.0 flipping stick, and I pair that up with a high-speed Abu Garcia Revo ALX 8-to-1 gear ratio reel. It's very important to use a high-speed gear ratio reel whenever you're flipping and pitching heavy cover, because I want to take up as much line as I can every time I turn the handle. Whether I'm just flipping two objects and I'm wanting to get the bait back really quick, or if I get a fish back in the cover, I want to be able to obviously pull him out of there really quick before he wraps me up in some other objects. So that high-speed reel is very important. You know, this whole setup, every piece of this setup is very important to flipping and pitching heavy cover if you want to be successful. And if you do that, I'm sure this flapping hog is going to put a lot of fish in your boat.